What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back today with our Malus Darkblade Vortex campaign playthrough. Alright, so we're in several tight spots. One of which being that the cost of this elixir is going up so heavily, and our possession level is just constantly rising. It's so hard to keep it down to a manageable level. Yeah, that's something we're going to have to deal with when the time comes. But for right now, we've got an invasion on the shores of Tor Elisor with Queek Headtaker and Helen Queen. Let's see if they can take Tor Elisor from us. We made a pretty smart move, I think, and transferring over all the forces from the Black Ark over to this new sorceress. The problem is that we missed out on some of those upkeep reduction bonuses that the Black Ark has. And they're huge. I mean, they're really big bonuses. But I think in order to defend the city correctly, that's what we need to do. Yeah, our garrison is in full health, so we're good to go in that regard. Malus is over here healing up, and yeah, that's going to take a turn or two. But while he's sitting here, he's also stabilizing the public order, which is important. If he sits here for like 2 or 3 turns, by the time he finishes that, the public order should be relatively under control here, and then we can move over to Scraghole, and there'll be a rebellion there, no doubt. Yeah, and then after we beat back these 2 armies, we can transfer all of these units back to the Admiral and get our income to shoot back up, which is kind of the goal. We're not really sitting on a lot of money right now, but all in all, our campaign, I think, is going very well for how hard we've been pushing. If we played much more passively, we wouldn't be having all these challenges, but we also wouldn't be having all this fun either. So we'll see who does what down there. I'm interested to see. Looks like Queek disappeared. Interesting. And there is what appears to be a hostile army down here. Maybe we can go fight them. Are they close enough? Perhaps. It's hard to tell. I hate that sort of... I hate when I can't tell whether or not I can clearly attack someone. Very difficult. But here, though, I should be able to just auto-resolve this. No? The game wants me to fight it out, even, you know, with a super numerical advantage. Let's do it. Let's finally get rid of this group. The problem is, I don't know if Queek left and he's in the ocean, or if he's in ambush stance right outside the city. Until I get eyes on him, it's hard to know. And this is also a problem because their attacking me prevented me from recruiting 2 more Dark Shards and an artillery piece. So we're going to have to go to them. They have the artillery piece. Yeah. They always give them this map. They didn't start at the top of the map, though. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see. What's the range on this artillery, though? Okay, so if we start kind of behind the hill, we'll allow our reinforcements plenty of time to catch up to us. Also, as always, these are units that we've actually paid for, so we're going to value their health over the health of the garrison. We can actually do small groups here. Give them a better turning radius. And go a little bit wider. Okay, doesn't have to get fancy. There aren't that many units that we're fighting. We just need to hurry up, get the reinforcements in. They can't even see us, actually, because we're behind the lip of this hill. They'll send their cav out to come and scout us. Let's just get all of these units out front. We've got our own cav, thankfully. Let's put them into group 6. And we'll send them out... Ooh, what the heck? That's not what I meant to click on. Gotta be careful when you make your hot groups. Okay. These guys, group 6 is supposed to be group 1. You guys are group 4. I hate when I make a stupid mistake like that. It bothers me. Alright, let's get the Corsairs in the front. And as long a line as we can. And then we'll get the Corsairs with Hambos off to the side in a bit of a flanking position. Everyone is still hidden, so that's great. But we can see them enough to cast some of our bombardment abilities. They're walking right now, so they should be easy targets. I don't get the satisfaction of knowing whether or not... Oh, no, you can see the bodies. Alright, couple kills, I'll take that. What's the wind up on this? Ooh, it's pretty long. I might have whiffed. Maybe about here would have been better. We'll see. We'll see if we can see the bodies again. Dang, I feel like I whiffed. It's always better to use those whenever you have line of sight. Anyway, let's shoot that eagle to pieces. Lock this up. Send them forward. Cav can go around the side. Lock these up and send them forward as well. And the sorceress is getting attacked. Come on, guys. Don't let them attack your sorceress. That's a punk move. And she can run away. That eagle is wrecking her. I didn't expect that. Good move, AI. Well played. Alright, you guys go that way. And just like that, we're going straight in with the garrison. Cav. Let's send one cav unit here. The other will go for these undefended archers. And the rest of these guys, we'll send in the spears. Take off guard mode. Put these dudes in a locked formation and just advance. Gotta make sure I protect my my sorceress a little better though. Let's see if they move. Sometimes the AI is Johnny on the spot, and sometimes they let you wreck them. You really want to do it in the front lines. Get a nice block of doom here once we get in range. And our cav demolished the artillery, as expected. So we'll turn around and get a nice rear charge into the archers. And these are reavers. They're not, you know, silver helms or anything like that. So they're not going to be able to do any real damage to us. Let's keep one spear unit back here to protect the sorceress from that eagle. And now that I'm thinking about it, I was going to overcast that. That's okay. Cav is cleaning house. Then one group into the back of these. These are Lothern Sea Guard. They have anti-large, but when you charge them from the back, it doesn't matter. They'll probably break just about instantly. And here we'll go and help them finish off those white lions. That should buckle the entire formation. And here we'll send these guys into the Lothern. And these into the spearmen. Very good. The white lions also broke, as expected. Sure, let's see if we can pin them in. Don't need to overcast, really. Overcasting is when you see a lot of armor on the field. And we'll try and get as many kills as we can, just because I don't know if that'll be the end of them. We've beaten them back a few times now. Once again, a little bit of a sloppy fight, but we didn't need to be precision perfect. Sometimes I tend to overanalyze these smaller fights. Because you get used to doing that when you play on higher difficulties. Seems like most of the time every unit matters. And the last thing you want is to lose anything because you don't know what are you going to need for the next turn. So you get used to min-maxing. But that's not as much fun of a way to play, that's for sure. And we're Dark Elves. We're kind of jerks by nature. We wouldn't think anything about sending our fellow Dark Elves into battle and getting wrecked. White Lions, man. White Lions. Love that unit. And sure, we will take the replenishment and the slaves.
Slavery becomes you. This was your destiny.
Now, what I really don't know is what I want to do with this Sorceress Lord once this this threat is eliminated. And if I can't auto-resolve this safely,
Supreme Sorceress of
then
Growth.
I don't even know. Is everything a little bit bugged out? What's the deal?
Feel my power.
No, it's not. Okay. Take Route Marcher. I'm going to cancel this, that way I can go and attack.
The Dark Convent.
And it looks to me like Queek
The weak shall fall.
skitter leaped away.
Fresh slaves.
None of these are really good options.
Run while you
This
still
little bit of
can.
gold shouldn't matter very much.
Slavery becomes you.
And those slaves won't do anything. I probably should have just given them the experience.
What is your
And I'm
dark
thinking about
purpose?
dismissing her. What I want to do now is come back here. Transfer all the units over.
Ah, the sea.
And then dismiss
Who
her.
seeks me?
Take all this stuff off of her. It doesn't really matter what we give her. Flock of Doom, leveling that up would be great. But if she's going to be a useful commander for me ever in the future, she basically has to have upkeep reduction. Yeah, she lost all of her loyalty from that. If you didn't like that, you're going to hate this. Yeah. Okay. So hopefully Queek is in a land far, far away and not coming to get me. Now, we're going to see if we can't deal with that small high elf army that's looking to attack me. Here we're going to go for magical reserves. And I'm going to come here and see. Yeah, it looks like I can't get them. We're going to have to basically give them a turn to do whatever it is they're trying to do right now. I hate playing cat and mouse. It's my least favorite thing. If we could level up the Caverns of Sotek. This place needs walls, desperately.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
And that doesn't help me there. Let's upgrade our fleet a little bit here. I'm going to keep getting the standard Dark Shards for that little bit of money-saving value. And then we're going to go to Hagwraith and see what's up over there. Because we've got lots of stuff happening all over the map. It looks like we're still having issues. Malekith, man, he's going to take Tz'arkan from me. And I don't want to own a piece of a province. Let's come back here. Attack this.
Kill them, tear flesh.
Get more experience. Okay, a Hydra Blade. Augment self for armor piercing damage and weapon damage plus 50%. The Hydra Blade was carved from a single fame of Akhalrak, first and greatest of the war hydras broken by Malekith. That is a sweet item. Maybe a little too sweet for that character. Let's sack them again.
Legendary Wrangler.
Because I do want to get back into my own territory here.
On the prowl.
I don't know why this takes an entire turn to fix itself.
The beasts arrive.
Like, I'm in my territory. I feel like my income should go right back to normal. But yeah, that wasn't worth it. Now that I think I understand a little bit better how that works. That's very much not worth it. Take Quartermaster. Okay, and it fixes itself. It's a little bit of a bug. It was bothering me at the end of the last episode as well, that it like wasn't changing over. The numbers weren't changing. Hopefully that's maybe something they fix in the future. I haven't really looked too much into like the bug reports to see what other people are talking about. Let's upgrade that. That's a relatively inexpensive thing to do. I might just have to let Malekith take this area and wait until my economy stabilizes much more in order to expand in this part of the world. And right now I kind of feel like I need to drink the elixir one more time. So I'm going to do that.
Another enemy devoured.
We need to regen on Malus. Not having the ability to regen is pretty awful. And we don't know where Queek is. I was hoping he would attack the city. What I can do, which is pretty interesting, I can go right in the middle here. That puts me at 51%. Wow, I did that perfectly. On accident. And we can go into an ambush stance. We're still going to be recovering. It's not, you know, the best. But if Queek, he can't see us. So he might just pop on the shore right here. And think that, you know, it's completely undefended. And then we go get him next turn. That's probably the best plan I can come up with. Here, battle as business, I think is the next tech. A logical income from raiding, 15%. Income from post-battle loot. You know, getting that early might have been better than the growth. But because our problem, our real bottleneck has been gold. Not necessarily growth. We've got growth for days on everything. But Yeah, getting that would have been nice. So yeah, that's what we'll recruit. That's what we'll do next. And here, we'll go for chartered piracy. Yeah, income from sacking settlements plus 20%. That's huge. I think our Black Ark's almost going to be free by the time we're done. We just got to level it up. Are there any buildings that give upkeep reduction? I think it's just the main building, correct? Yes. So 60% once it's finished. And if we had enough gold, we could get up to 58%, an additional 3%. Wow, and then you've got the upkeep reduction from the actual buildings themselves. Yeah, I can't wait till the Black Ark's completely kitted out. We're just struggling for gold. Okay, guys, let's roll it. And see if we can get Queek. There he is. You stupid dummy. Let's see where everybody goes now that they can't see us. Yeah, our poor Admiral. He was sitting in the Tempest. We've got 7 growth on him. We need 4,800 gold to finish that off.
Impossible.
I would love to send him over here to kill this. But let's do it. I think he can beat Queek too. Queek's just got a bunch of slaves and clan rats. But it's really hard to call. I need to get walls into Tor Elisor, or else I can never be sure that this place is safe. So let's do that. I think that's probably priority number 1. They have another stack. And this one's like all storm vermin. Okay. They thought I was weak, but they are wrong. I can go and crush this army. They have to besiege Tor Serpendar. They don't have any siege attackers. And the AI doesn't... They don't really make use of siege attackers anyway. The idea is just to keep them off of the Caverns of Sotek until I can get this place, you know, 100% locked down.
Shut up, Demon.
Let's go kill them. They shouldn't run. They should take this fight. Oh no, they will run because we get the reinforcements from there. That sucks, actually. Alright, a little bit baited there. I don't think we can reach.
It shall be mayhem. There will be no retreat.
See, if we hadn't have kept clicking, it wouldn't have worked. How crazy is that? It should just work. Very weird that it doesn't. This is a pretty favorable balance of power as far as auto-resolve goes. But I would hate to, like, lose my Medusa or something, so we're going to manually fight it. And we're going to try, I think our main strategy right now is to group up around our heroes, as many blobs as we can. Oh, wow. It gave us a choke point map, but it gave them the choke point. And we're going to Bladewind and, you know, wreck them that way. But there's going to come a point where we're going to retrofit this army. We're going to, you know, dump off a bunch of these units. Maybe to our Black Ark even, that would be great, instead of just dismissing them. Because they do have chevrons. They are useful units. They put, like, every unit right there. That's crazy. Let's see if they sit there and wait for me. If they wait for me to come, then this is going to be a glorious, glorious bloodbath. If not, if they charge me, then that complicates things. I would rather they stay there and let me come to them. And I'm going to throw my cheaper units in the front.
Merciless warriors, the merciless host.
Put the dark shards. We have the range advantage, so I have a feeling they'll come to me.
Cold ones, we are ready.
Use the cav. The cav will be there to stop any type of summon rats. And the Medusa, we can keep her kind of nearby. Let's actually put her in a hot group with the Sorceress. She makes kind of a good bodyguard unit for the Sorceress. And the Sorceress has Bladewind and things like that, so that's going to be awesome for us. Let's start deployment. And ready, set, go. I want them to stay there. Remember that. Hard to tell what they're doing. But the idea is to pin them in right here. Dark shards there. We'll use These guys is a bit of a flank denial. We can actually keep the hand bows up there. Have here. Get the Medusa on this little hilltop so she can see. Kind of the same with these. And get this here. Okay, I don't mind fighting these clan rats, but if they're just gonna mill about, I don't much care. Yeah, give everybody a nice position. See how they're shooting from atop this hill? I think that's great. This is one of those battles that's worth being a little bit tactical over.
Advancing! Going!
We're almost full on Winds of Magic. Really need to get her on a mount, our sorceress that is. Okay, here they come, guys. We are going to overcast this and get 1 billion kills. Oh man. When you overcast Vortex spells, they end up getting like held together more effectively. What are you doing? That's actually a perfect target. I'm happy that they slipped through. These are large units, and we've got anti-large cap. So let's do it. Here we can lower their strength, weaken those storm vermin. Let's pull her out. I don't know what she's getting a little frisky. These guys, we can pull them up a little more. And let's bring one of these units here. Sure. And let's engage. Let's keep them in front of us. And engage here. Alright. I think we should probably save up, but let's go for the maximum kills. Oh my god. Look at those numbers shoot up. That's insane. Let's send in the chariots. I'm happy to leave the Bloodrack Medusa up here. And that is a warlord. We don't want to lose our mind trying to duel him. They're still dangerous. Charge everybody in. And our Dark Shards should be doing quite a number too. Yeah, big kills on pretty much all of them. And as they run, their formation gets more and more scattered. Really want to get these storm vermin. I'm kind of counting that the Vortex might go south, and it didn't. Alright. And just like that, we wrecked our Winds of Magic, but I think the battle's over. And we probably killed all of the rat ogres. They ran away. Get them back over there. Move up with the Dark Shards. We can kind of fix our formation in the front. No reason to overextend. Let's go snipe this guy out with Malus. It's going to be way easier to do once we get him on a mount. If we were breaking the Warlord already, this battle would probably be over. Alright, let's pull our chariots out. These units had a hard time. I didn't realize they were fighting almost exclusively storm vermin. Go in there, clan rats. And you guys can come back around. Make sure we're tag teaming here. We can Bloodlust Malus. Oh wow, he just smacked him for like half his HP in one hit. Jeez. Well, he ran this battle, so we don't even actually have to chase anything down. They're already dead. But choke point battles, you gotta love it. Even when it's not really your choke point, we turned it into our choke point. And we were able to turn that advantage to our favor. Well, it's good to have diverse units. And if we had had artillery in this, you know, I would trade these 2 Black Ark Corsair handbows. I would trade them in a heartbeat for 2 artillery pieces. And these Bleak Swords I would also get rid of for something of kind of equal value that was just different. Some cav, maybe, some light cav. It's an obvious statement I would trade these guys for Hargoneth Executioners, but that's not... The point I'm making is I want more diversity in my armies. It gives me more options. It's nice just to have a wall of armored dudes that you can throw in front of a lot of rats, but obviously their MVP is going to be Hellisfur, but that's why it's important to get those types of spells early on in your campaigns.
Your servitude will
Alright,
be
more slaves for us.
Darkblade.
That'll put us over 5,000.
Stay awake.
And our mission was successful. Defeat the following lord's army in battle. And we crushed him. And for that, we get casualty replenishment rate. As another consignment of scrolls was being readied for shipment back to Nagaroth, Darkblade received word that yet another Skaven force had emerged and was rapidly closing in on his position. The verminous parasites must be trying to get their pestilent claws on the powerful scrolls of Hekardi, as dark elf magic is far more destructive than that of other races. The Ratmen surely have something planned with Malus as part of one of their nefarious schemes. But first, they will have to get past the Journal of the Witch King's armies. Smashed. Oh man, they're pumping out armies right now.
No lagging.
Okay. We are going to go into Force March stance so we can get closer to Tor Serpendar. We also have Lightning Strike, so if we didn't have that, I would be very concerned that Queek and this army would come and hit me at the same time. But with Lightning Strike plus the garrison here supporting us, like we're perfectly safe.
Demon.
In fact, I actually hope they come and attack me. That would really make my day. Let's get another 7% upkeep. Spite. Trust me, man, you're a beautiful Velociraptor, and I want you, but not yet. Not yet. I want that Hydra Blade. I just don't want to take it from him and piss him off. Weird how you have to balance that. So we are leveled up enough now to get the Dark Pegasus, which, you know, for versatility's sake, is a much more efficient mount than the Cold one. But in his role as a kind of an escort to Malus, as kind of like his right-hand man, the Cold one will work much better. Having two lords on the same mount like that, same speed, usually means they can have kind of clean engagements, clean 2v1s. But the Dark Pegasus is something we're definitely going to get later. Right now, I think I'm going to focus more on his combat buffs. I think we need to pump his melee attack even more. That's his kind of lower stat. Those masters are much more defensively focused.
Tz'arkan.
Lord of the Black Court.
Okay.
What now?
Okay, let's go into our regenerative stance. I still want these harpy cages, but I never seem to get it at the right time. We want Scourge on our chariots. Then we can finish our quest. And that'll be 2,000 gold. I'm going to read that when the time comes. I'll read it as we get it. Anything else more important? That's all good. Let's come back over here and check what's going on in our lands. As suspected, Malekith is going to take these places from us. But I'm okay with that, because what we're about to do is get another rebellion that we can fight. More items, more gold. That's what we care about. And we also don't even have to like max out this army, which is nice. Happy that we finished the Black Roads, so more income from trade and from slaves. This is the slave place for us. There's a building that we're going to build in Hag Grafe, I believe. Yeah. Income generated per 100 slaves in the province 10. We've got thousands. We need this building pretty bad. That'll be the next thing we build here. For sure. And then it goes all the way up to this. 15. Income from slaves 25%. Keeps them from declining and will help us with our public order penalty. So we just need to get Haggrafe up to Dark Citadel tier. And we'll be able to unlock that. And the public order building, which once this place completely stabilizes, that'll allow us to kind of leave and go other places. Okay, this place, no more slaves here. All the slaves need to go. Yeah. They have a maximum slave amount. That's important to know. Once they get to 9,000, they'll have to go somewhere. But we're not at that point yet. Do I even bother to upgrade Scraghole? I don't think I do.
I am no puppet.
They'll have a rebellion soon, and I honestly don't even mind if the rebellion takes it. Alright, we'll pass this turn, and we'll check next turn and see what kind of Whoa, Malekith is engaging my rebellion. That's nice of him. It'd be cool just to see his army on the field, but this is such a nothing battle. I'm just gonna auto-resolve that for the sake of time. Thank you for the gold. And here I'm going to take the gold because we don't necessarily need the replenishment rate. And that was such a small number of slaves. We also got the Obsidian Amulet for Pardek. So more magic resistance for him. And almost more importantly, it'll keep his loyalty nice and high. He's got Confident Attacker. That's good. Nice.
Secure.
I'm almost tempted to raid my own area. But it messes things up. It's not as OP as it used to be. That used to be a legitimate strat. Is there anywhere in the water that I can go while I'm kind of waiting? That would be worth it. It doesn't appear to be. So for right now, we are just going to sit and bide our time. We could come to this side. I don't think these are rats. I think these are completely empty areas that we could go and take. This whole area here. There's no way that's Tz'arkan has done all of that. It's such a big empty area though.
Feel my wind.
Let's just camp. We'll go into channeling stance. For Elisor is going to get what they need very soon. Watchtower's there. Admiral moving up. We can't see Queek anymore. But this is a real army now. Let's go see if we can't threaten
I admire your darkness.
them over here. Well, also, there we go. Let's hold up.
Set the sails. Black
Do I think I can beat this? Like I said, it's just a lot of slaves. It's a bunch of trash units. But I don't really want to underestimate them. They have Queek. But I've got artillery and ranged units.
No, I control
Okay.
you.
Let's go over here and smash this exact same group as last time.
Malus comes for you.
They'll run, I'm sure, but we'll catch them.
Do not.
And then we'll be in a good position next turn to defend against the rebellion. Alright, let's hope for another choke point map. I would happily take that. The Battle of Scrag Hole. Sounds gross. No, thank you. Either way, Bladewind is still our best friend. If we have to, we'll wait a while to generate some Winds of Magic before we start casting. I got pretty greedy there because I felt like I could push it. Let's gamble, see what we get. Okay. We only lost 2. Start our deployment. It gave them that sweet hill. Well, we're not going to want to fight them in the hill. We'll force them into the open ground. Very similar formation to last time. Cheap units around the heroes. Black Ark Corsairs can make a nice flank denial unit because they're strong enough to hold on their own. Corsair handbows in support because we'll have the Dark Shards on the other side to draw them off that hill. And once they start clumping up as they run around the hill, that's when we'll hit them with the big magic. Go 5, 6. We'll see what kind of nonsense we can get up to with those chariots. Put her here. Alright, looks good. No doubt they'll stay where they are. Let's just manually do this. Flank denial here. They'll come into this like nice little kill box just like they did last time. We'll do something like this and this. Let's keep the chariot here and the cav here. They have one group of rat ogres. We can kind of mirror them. Yeah, that looks fine. May want our front line here to be a bit more stretched out. Okay, stretching it out proves to be a problem.
Cold ones. End them.
Let's use our cav to stop this. Okay, the Hambos actually ran them off. Moore's Clanstone, plus 50% armor piercing damage. Interesting. I don't recognize this spell, actually. Okay, they shouldn't even bother me. Let's just keep going here.
Darkblade.
Let's put these two in their own group. Bring them here.
I go forth.
And then make our group here in the water. We can push right up to the water and maybe force them to fight with the infantry and the water penalty. And we definitely want our lords and heroes out front taking the brunt of the damage. Okay, Cav, go to meet these rat ogres. Yeah, he's good out front. I'm cool with it. Let's give him Bloodlust. More armor piercing. This is why we need Spite, though. I am surprised they came off that cliff. That's going to force us to change how we play this. Because they're not going to let me get my nice formation. So we're gonna form up further back. And he's in trouble, so we need to hurry up here. Does that give me increased cast range? It does not. We need to cast something over there, or else we might be in trouble with them.
Dark shards. Onwards to murder.
Alright, let's get that in there. I'm happy with the Medusa fighting right now. Good, they chased him off. Let's get in there. We are fighting some halberds, so this is not like a great fight for us. They have armor piercing. They're not completely useless, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Some of those are storm vermin, and storm vermin are dangerous. And their summons are really messing me up. See if we can get some charges in there. These guys got hung up a little bit. And they're getting those buffs. Might want to reinforce that way. Our caster has a lot of work to do. We need to break this blob, and then we need to really focus on helping this group as well. Okay, fighting the storm vermin, we don't really want to fight them like that. We just want to charge in, get our value, and get out. We can charge into the back of these clan rats as well. See about that group here. Okay, not bad. Not bad. And just keep letting the chariots, let the Medusa, the Master, all these different units work their magic. Okay, where's Malus? Come over here and kill that Grey Seer. And then these guys need to chase off these storm vermin. Make sure they don't become an issue. Because if they rally, they will 100% become an issue. And once again, they ran from us already. So they can't really do that again. See if we can get another chill wind here. Our units are so intermixed. This won't really hurt us all that much. Almost 300 kills again, and that should be the battle. We just gotta break this lord. Stay on it, guys. Poor little rat. Yeah, their entire army is shattered. Wow. Okay, okay. Stop all that shooting. I'm basically just shooting my own units at this point. Let's just let Malus finish. What's his melee attack at now? 67. Okay. There we go. One more clean slash and down they go. Very interesting from the AI there to charge out and meet me. They didn't wait for me to start getting a lot of ranged attacks off. In the past, they probably would have, but I know they make tweaks occasionally to what the AI does, how they respond to different situations, so you can't cheese them as easily. And I appreciate changes like that. I don't want to be able to sit there and use all of my ammunition before the AI thinks it's safe to sally out. So we're going to take the replenishment, more slaves.
Will be mine. Darkblade.
Man, did we lose a lot of slaves for something? Whenever we have rebellions, I think that takes slaves from us. Yeah, we need to get that province sealed up a little bit tighter, so that we can have a steady public order without having the issues and losing all those slaves. That's terrible. Another minus 8% upkeep and 5% movement range. Those are the things I'm most happy about, but everything else, all those other buffs are quite good. Renowned and Feared. Highly recommend getting these 5 abilities on any lord that you get. They're completely game-changing. And then, of course, these aren't bad either. And just like that, we're up to 3,000 gold per turn. And we're able to continue expanding at a pretty quick rate. Don't really need Soul Stealer. Let's grab the miscast chance first. We'll grab Soul Stealer and probably one of each, Doombolt and the other. And then now we are going to... We want to come right next to Scraghole. I don't want to give them positive public order. I want them to rebel. That way I can fight the rebellion and get more experience and gold from that.
We are displeased.
Tyrant of Nagar.
Alright, now the real question. Can we beat Queek with this army?
Yes.
They can't recruit this unit. Is there some reason why?
Share your darkness.
Can Black Arcs not recruit regiments of renown? Okay. Well, that's good to know. And I'm happy that we finally unlocked them. Raven Herald's a very cool unit I want to get in. The Ravagers of Rakarth, pretty sweet as well. Man, we could recruit our own Medusas. I think this is the play, though. We get this, then we don't have to worry about growth for upgrading, and we could even see ourselves using War Hydras in Charybdis very soon, which I would love to use. I also want to get some of these hero units and some Witch Elves as soon as we can also. Man, even getting ourselves some Knights. Blackguard of Nagaron, that might be worth it as well. Nah, but we're going to go for this first. We need Charybdis. I need that in my life. Let's go see what Queek's doing. I think we can take him. Famous last words. If we weren't injured, I would say it's a guarantee.
No trophies today.
You know what? I'm actually going to move back. I'm not 100% confident with our current replenishment rate that we're going to be able to take that. If he comes and attacks me, that's one thing.
Such slaughter awaits.
Let's get ourselves some Harpy cages. And I like that too because it doesn't put a huge dent in our current surplus of gold. Here we need to get the torture posts, and then we also can upgrade to the Dark Tower. This area, we don't have enough. We need 1,500 for that. We haven't asked Malekith for anything in quite some time. He might be able to provide something.
Following orders.
Surveying my lands, making sure there aren't any weird beastmen armies or anything like that coming to mess with me. Happy that he's the one that's got the plague and not me.
I have control.
Yeah, we'll start doing that.
The winds.
Okay, let's go into our diplomacy.
Nagaroth, come, fellow Druki. Let us speak. Definitely not.
Still no ability to trade.
And make this quick. I have
Man, being at strength rank 1 is just brutal.
Mother
It's hard
of
enough to get these
foolish errand
elves to
brings
work
you.
with you. But when they think you're like the strongest guy on the map, they'll just never do it.
Queen, speak.
Surprised they don't want
No, come close.
any kind of treaty with me, considering we've been slaughtering their armies.
fangs and talons.
Let's roll again. Next turn, we'll try and ask Malekith for a pretty decent sized amount of gold. Instead of just asking him for 300 every time we're able, we can try and let it build up a little bit and ask him for like a big sum all at once. It just depends for me on like when I need the money. Did we unlock another right? Gift to the Witch King. Ah, right. Okay, yeah, we want to do this every time it's off cooldown. And give ourselves another hero. This time we get the choice between a master, another sorceress, which I don't hate as someone we could give to our Black Arc. That would really increase the strength of our Black Arc. But the Death Hag and the K-Knight Assassin are both very cool as well. I very rarely get to play with the K-Knight Assassin, and I think they're just an awesome unit. Honestly though, another sorceress. We're just so far away from recruiting our own. As long as I can embed her
I didn't hear that.
in with the Black Arc, I think this is the correct choice. For pure power level, as much as I want to play with these other units, we need to get Winds of Magic. And she's level 6. Wow. Nice. Let's go and bring her here.
Relics, come forth.
Hopefully there's no one's going to assassinate her on the way. Do we have any spare anything for missile damage? Alright, it's a fire. Alright, cool. Sorceress Lore of Fire is a pretty good ability. Pretty good lore, rather, to have. Get Burning Head. I like all of these spells. I really like Fireball. Take Kindle Flame. I'll take one of each. My favorite ability here, actually, I don't really want the Burning Head. I would much rather have Piercing Bolts of Burning and Flame Storm. Burning Head for me, you can set it up pretty well. It's just not one of my favorite spells. Let's get these. And then I'm going to put an extra point in. I like the melee defense. But this upgrades 3 times. And you can do some cool stuff with it. Let's do that.
Rodent
Okay.
problem is easily remedied. I am no puppet.
Go and crush
Nowhere to run.
that rebellion.
Show your.
Nice and easy.
Put the
We
slave
desperately need the
masters
replenishment
to
because our
work.
replenishment is getting ruined again. It's showing 6 right here, but I could have sworn it was like 9
The quotas must be filled.
a second ago. No? Okay. Could be wrong. Income from trade, 5% faction wide. Our master's now leveled up. Same deal as last time. More melee defense. Help him to survive. If we throw him in big blobs like we did last time, we need to know he can survive. One more rank and we can get that. The real goal here is to save these 2 points and just get the Dark Pegasus. Then she'll be able to fly over the entire battlefield, get whatever, good position we need her in.
I always bring doom. Stay away, Tz'arkan.
Come on, Queek.
I'm back, brethren. Shut up, demon!
Okay, now that this is done, if we can't do it this turn because we're a little too far away. Will they let me attack them? Let's try. Oh no, they recruited a bunch.
Unwise.
Okay.
Cruel.
That's much more of an army than they were a little bit ago. Those are Lothern Seaguard. If these were standard archers, I would attack them right now. But this is basically a wall of spearmen, some of which have the ability to shoot. They'll outtrade my dark shards. I have the artillery advantage, but I'd feel much safer if I already had my sorceress here. You know what? No. We are going to move even further back. I have a feeling they're coming to Tor Elisor, and I'm happy that we've already got this upgrading. Let's recruit some more. The next big upgrade for the Black Ark is going to be the enormous Black Ark. Alright, more units. I'm tempted to get some Harpies. Does this have to be in his army? It doesn't. Okay. I like this unit a lot. And then that'll be it. We have some chariots, we have some mobile harasser units, we have our range tools, anti-large, our, kind of heavier infantry, light shielded infantry. We'll have a caster. I think that's a pretty decently well-rounded army. And in the future, if we want to retrofit it again, we can dump this army off on a random sorceress or something like that, or a random lord, and then rebuild a much stronger, just undefeatable Black Ark army. I could see us doing that in the future. I would love to get some Sisters of Slaughter in Malus's army, if we can.
Sorceress of Bronze.
I just don't want to be attacked this turn. If they attack me next turn, I'll at least have 2 of these units in here.
I am no puppet.
Replenishment going off, fine. Anywhere where we have to spend money, you know what? I want to get this, but it's a little too expensive. Let's come over here and finally get this watchtower. Secure the Tower of the Sun completely. Make sure no one can take that from me. The garrison will be pretty menacing once that's done. And then in a second we'll go into our trade stuff and see if Malekith will hook me up with some fat stacks. And if so, how much?
Malekith, the Witch King of Nagarond, will hear your words.
Will you give me 600? He will not. So pretty much guaranteed to give me 300. And he doesn't. Just to play me. Watch it, buddy. Look at him wasting away.
Mother of the Dark.
That's a pretty real army, as far as armies go. And the rebellion here is building up. A few more turns, and they'll be done. We haven't lost any loyalty yet.
Nature's torment.
Let's roll it. We're getting close to the end of today's episode, I feel. Oh, man. Tretch's armies just rolled up and crushed him. I'm not unhappy about that, because it might make them a little more amenable to do deals with me. Happy to see battle as business done. We can start raiding them. It feels so bad. We basically can't leave this province with this army, or else our money is just going to dip too low. Even income from raiding is just not going to be enough. But the post-battle loot income is great. Builder on Malus. Yeah, that's 2 decently strong armies.
High Beastmaster.
We're going to go into ambush stance and see if they, come and get me. No doubt they'll recolonize that. I'm tempted actually to also recruit the Bolt Fiends here. Pretty sweet Regiment of Renown unit. They have an armor sundering effect, or shield breaker rather, so they bypass your missile resistance, but they also have better range, I believe. That's 145 versus 125, so an extra 20 range. I don't think they can get to me this turn. Ooh, maybe they can. Hard to tell where it ends because these kind of red blobs, I think they can get all the way to here. I think they can attack Hag Grafe next turn if they want. So I'm actually going to recruit that. A little more missile pressure here. I don't mind giving this guy my Regiments of Renown. The really cool Regiments of Renown are going to go in Malus's army when the time comes. I like this as well. The recruited Black Ark Corsairs and Shades and Dark Riders come in a little bit higher rank. But for right now, let's go for Chartered Piracy. And then after that, I would kind of want to go into upgrade 1 and start getting some of the bigger stuff. Income from slave pens. We want to stack that as high as we can. Income from settlements as well. Untainted is nice. Income from slaves. Yeah, there's a bunch of these things that we want. But I think we would start with Tempered in Blood. Okay, only a little bit. If this works, that will give us our quest and have that be done.
Quick says no. Something bubbles.
Queek thinks he's being slick over here. Let's see if we can... He's in a corner. I don't know where he's going to go. It's kind of funny. Oh, Queek. Look at that. I don't even... Guys, I don't even want to fight this. It's just a... We fought enough Skaven today, I feel. We can just auto-resolve that.
Your servitude will be my profit.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Put the slave master.
Thank you,
to
Queek,
work.
for being a terrible
The quotas
campaign
grow weary.
general. Defeated Queek Headtaker, Vermin Flail. See how he runs all the way to the sewer from which he first skulked. Bonus versus infantry +6. That's nice. That's basically like a... It's like +6 melee attack. +6 weapon strength, I believe. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop that on there. Scarecrow banner, we'll give that to someone else. It's not that good. Here, though, now we have a ton of stuff we can do. Beast Tamer, don't need that yet. Sadistic is something we're definitely going to get on him whenever we can. The Waking. These are buffs for when he's not transformed. Okay. Capture replenishment rate plus 30% for the Lord's Army. I think you need this. Probably plus Elven Healing. To be able to replenish past the Tz'arkan debuffs. What does this do? More upkeep reduction. I forgot about this. Sleepless nights afford the Lord of Haggrave time to viciously and efficiently tackle tedious matters. Like taxes. Always taxes. On turn start, lords in this character's region have a chance to gain 1 loyalty. Unfortunately, that probably won't come up very often. +3 public order is great. And -10 upkeep for all armies. That's huge. And then Contempt and Hatred next turn. He'll just get a straight up +20% weapon strength bonus. That's huge. Okay. Well, guys, that was an enormous buff. I didn't check what our army upkeep was before. But yeah, it just dropped like 400, I think. It was 3,000 a second ago.
Only a fool.
And that's going to become... Those percentages mean a heck of a lot more when you're talking about... let's say this entire front line was Harganeth. These were all Harganeth Executioners. These guys were Blackguard, you know, Dread Knights, you know, some Dark Shards, Medusa, Charybdis. Like, once these units become much more expensive, those percentages mean a lot more. Can I still not kill this army? They're just this, like, invulnerable annoyance.
Not of my own volition.
I'm thinking we could come here and see what this Remnants of Battle is next turn.
Songs shall be written of us.
Okay, we don't have a lot of gold. And we don't have a lot of growth. So we can't really upgrade anything right now. Keep that going. She would move at the end of the next turn, but let's move her anyway.
All shall be mine.
We're gonna like come to take this. Actually, we might do that with this army. And maybe we should just move Malus north.
No puppet.
Get him trying to finally get rid of Queek. My idea was, though, that I'm going to pop out, take this, and then by the time I come back, I'll have yet another rebellion to squash. But at least I'll have been productive in the meantime. I think it's time to upgrade this to the Dark Hold. And see if we can't get some kind of wall there. 2 turns from now, we have a rebellion here. And let's roll it one more time, guys. Malekith's master managed to make it out alive. What is Clan Rictus going to do? They're probably going to sit there with multiple armies forever until they think they're brave enough to attack me. Alright, Mara's back. And yeah, it did count. Okay, cool. It's nice that we didn't have to put them in this army specifically. So the warp sword begins to stir, but it is barely enough. Its thirst is far from quenched, it would seem. The blade hungers for more, but not only that, it hungers for something specific. Not just any blood will do, it must have power coursing through it. Malus considers perhaps the accursed beastmen could be the most accessible option, their blood carrying the taint of chaotic energy that is wasted on such primitive beings. However, locating them can be difficult when they do not wish to be found, so preparation should be made to ensure a favorable encounter. Bolster our forces and draw the beastmen out to face. Is that all they are? Do they literally exist for us to go and smash them on a particular turn? That is so weird. The Beastmaster has quickly proven his worth and has successfully rooted out a nearby Bray herd. The warp sword aches and yearns, apparently reacting to the chaos-tainted blood within a hair's breadth of its tip. This is a good sign that Malus is on the right path. This Bray herd will provide a suitable massacre sufficient to both sate the blade and amuse Malus too, of course. Okay. Very easy army to destroy. I should have known. Okay. I mean, you asked for it. Are they any stronger than they were before? They are not. Guys, I think this is going to be for the next episode. We're doing quite a lot of stuff here. Man, if only we could get her in there, that would be awesome. Let's level up our sorcerers, and we're going to say adios for the day. Get Doomboat here. We're going to have that next turn.
Do not vex us further.
We'll do that. We're probably going to make a nice amount of money if this turns out to be a battle. That'll be great for us.
We will destroy all.
And then we'll try and track down in the next episode. We'll kill Kugu Bloodbringer and finish off our quest. We've passed the second tier of our shipments completed, but we've got a lot of places to take. We need to own more stuff if we're going to generate lots and lots of these scrolls. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. We made a lot of progress, and we have a lot of stuff that is going to be pretty fun to see in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Goodtalk Gaming. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next one. Take care, y'all.